From the oldest park in baseball, MLB The Show comes your way from Fenway Park in Boston. Tonight we wrap up this three-game series between the Oakland A's and the Boston Red Sox. The Athletics will try to wrap up the three-game series sweep, and we'll have it for you next. Drew Pomerantz gets the ball for the Red Sox in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Drew Pomerantz, better known for that big overhand curveball that he has. A good fastball, not a great fastball. 91 to 93. Curveball is his best pitch. He will mix in an occasional changeup.
Stepping into the box, Franklin Barreto. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
Third baseman, Franklin Barreto.
First pitch on its way. And we are underway from Fenway as the first pitch of the night is taken for ball one. Guys, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matt, things haven't gone too well so far in this series, D-Row. They're looking to avoid the sweep here in this one.
Yeah, they got to get off in the early innings. It's going to be monumental if they can push a few runs across and give this pitcher a chance to relax.
Well, the mercury has dipped under 50, 49 degrees here at first pitch. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0. Mark Canha waits on deck. And that misses as well, so that might portend some trouble tonight as he begins the game with 4 wide ones.
And don't forget, he lost his last time out, so he wants to get off on the right foot here. The last thing he wanted was to walk the leadoff man.
So now it's Mark Canha. In prior matchups against Drew Pomerantz, he's 1 for 4. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit hard on the ground towards second. And that's through for a hit. Long throw to third. Throw won't get him.
Batting third, shortstop, Marcus Semien.
Next up for the A's, Marcus Semien. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Here's the first pitch to him. Fouled off. A ball and a strike. And set up behind the plate is Joe McDonald as you see the rest of our umpiring crew in this one.
Hey, Joe McDonald, he's a tough guy to figure out sometimes, D-Row. One inning, he'll be giving that inside corner. The next inning, he doesn't give much of that inside corner. His zone fluctuates a lot.
You know, Dan, you could see some definite confusion on the face of some hitters today. Questioning in the strike zone. One pitch is a strike on the outer half.
And there's a base hit as the run will score from third, and the A's have taken a 1-0 lead. And this will get in there too late. He's in there at third.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Row. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Here's Chris Davis now, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0.
Hey, he finds himself in a tough situation early, and he's going to have to execute a pitch to get out of it. But if he does, it'll build confidence, and he starts rolling as the later innings start happening.
2-0 the count to the A's left fielder.
2-0 count, runners at the corners. You can bet he's looking for something to drive right here. There's a good chance he gets something to hit, too.
the 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now.
You can bet he's salivating a little in the box right now. He likes to drive in runs, and he's got a great situation and count to do that right here.
The 3-0 pitch. He's in there for strike one.
Hey, that 3-0 pitch might have been important for him right there. Regroup, get his mechanics back under him, and drive something down through the strike zone. Wouldn't throw the exact same pitch right here. Might want to cheat towards one of the corners.
Three and one, here it is. A little bouncer. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Runners at the corners here, nobody out. And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
At this rate, he's going to set some kind of a record for walks issued in a game, or he'll get an early hook. We'll see if he can settle down here and start to find the strike zone, or if he continues to struggle.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. He's got the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
And he's one of those guys that they really rely on to come through in spots like this, Matt. Second on the team and runs batted in.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High in the air out to center field. Bradley is there. 1 out. And with only 1 away, no need to test it as he'll hold tight at third base. And here's a shot of the Athletics starting lineup for this one. Mark, how do they go about breaking out the brooms on the road?
Yeah, Matty, you take a look at this lineup. The one thing that jumps out is the fact that they are last in stolen bases. They are station to station trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark, trying to get in good counts and drive the baseball out of the yard to create their runs.
Striding in for Oakland, Jed Lowry. And Oakland with an opportunity for more damage here in the first. From the belt, kicks and deals. And a layoff fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. Kenna, the runner at third. Semien on second. Davis at first, 1 gone. Cut fastball misses downstairs, and it's 2-0 now. In the dirt, it's 3-0 now.
Well, nothing can make you question yourself on that mound more than 3 straight balls to a guy you know that you should go right after. Sometimes you just lose the strike zone and you don't know why.
Here it comes, the 3-0. This is on the ground over to first. And that'll get on through into right field for a base hit. And the run is in to score from third. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Well, coaches always say first things first, right? You can't make the throw if you don't have the ball in your hand. Looked like he was eyeing the runner, and the ball went right by him. An error, and a run scored as the result.
In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. As he'll take a look at ball 1.
Well, I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike 1.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
Good break strike on the knuckle curve, but he missed with it. 2-1.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Now the 2-1 pitch is strike two, swinging.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone. But if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker, I think you have to stick with that plan.
And this one gets away. He'll come home with it, and the recovery will be in time to get him at the plate. And that's going to hurt because now there are 2 away. Now the payoff pitch home. Boy, not close again. His 3rd walk of the inning as that misses for ball 4.
Well, some might say a walk there is okay because you've got first base open, but he's been struggling out there. And if you're going to work around hitters, you don't want to work around hitters in the bottom of the lineup.
Now in the box, number 38, 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Just missed with a breaking ball.
I think this inning could have far-reaching effects in this game. They're really making him work, and unless he dials it in, it's probably going to limit how deep he goes into this game.
Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And a fastball just a bit high.
It's clear he just hasn't been able to find any rhythm out there. Pretty much unable to hit any of his spots, and now he's at 3-1, and he's put him into another great hitting count.
The 3-1. Liner toward right center. That gets down, and the inning will continue. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. And the second run will score. It's now a 4-0 game. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Number 38 has just collected his first hit in the big leagues. And as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
Up next, the speedy outfielder Dustin Fowler. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1.
He definitely doesn't look himself to start this one. And this lineup needs to be on the attack early and be aggressive and find a way to stay in this game.
The high fastball is in there. Four runs here in this half inning. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. It's the A's 4 and the Red Sox nothing. Daniel Mengden, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. Dan Plezak, what do you got?
Hey, this guy's had a solid year up to this point. It's not an easy thing to do in baseball this year with all the high-scoring games, but this guy has an ERA of sub-3, and that's saying something. If he continues to do that, I think you're going to see a really good performance out of him in this one.
At the plate, Eduardo Nunez. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. And Dan Dero, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight. They're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this team is red hot right now. You grab your gloves to run out on the field for the bottom of the first inning, and you got a 4 spot, a crooked number up on the board for your pitcher. They're feeling super confident about the way they're playing.
Throws in time, and that's out number 1. With that, here's how the hometown Red Sox line up in this one. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to get a chance to watch Xander Bogaerts do his thing. He's having a solid year. With runners in scoring position, he's hitting over 300. That's not outstanding or anything, but he's consistent, and that's what I love watching about this guy. His game is so consistent.
Striding in for Boston, Xander Bogaerts. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300, so clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. In there, strike 1.
Hey, there's no waiting around trying to work this guy into deep counts and get into the bullpen. This is a mid-90s fastball guy who loves that pitch and is aggressive and comes right at you. I would assume the offense is going to have a similar approach.
Here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. One and 2 to the Boston shortstop. 1 out, nobody on. Goes down and gets it as this is bounced to short. Simeon's there. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning.
Batting third, designated hitter, J.D. Martinez.
Here's J.D. Martinez. He went deep in the contest last night. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. They'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1. Two out, nobody on. Popped him up. Lucroy over to his left. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Down in order go the Red Sox. They're down 4-0. And next up will be Franklin Barreto. He reached on a walk in his last time up and later came around to score.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Well, today's game provides the A's with a chance to complete a series sweep, guys.
One of the toughest things to do at this level is to win on the road. With the win today, this would be a sweep of a road series.
The 1-2. Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. He'll try again. 1-2. And that one stayed too low apparently. misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
Having a hard time putting this hitter away here, and when I was looking at the tape on him from his last start, this is what I saw a lot of. He's not closing the door on guys, and when that's the case, they eventually get a pitch that they can do something with.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
Now batting, designated hitter, Mark Cannon.
Striding forward now is the DH, Mark Canal. He reached on a single in his first try. Here's the first pitch to him. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball.
Well, this second inning is not starting out any better than the first was. He just might not have it in this one.
Now the 1-0 is swung on and missed, and that's strike one.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of a sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
1-2 now. Barreto on at first, nobody out. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
So here's how the Bo Sox are positioning themselves defensively.
Now batting,
And let's take a look at outfielder Mookie Betts. You can make the argument he's the most dynamic player in our sport. Don't try and come inside with a fastball because it's getting turned around. But I don't think people realize how good he patrols the outfield. The ability to play all three positions with speed and a bazooka for an arm.
Standing in, Marcus Semien looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Missed with a breaking ball. And a neck-high fastball that time. Runners on first with one down. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. And this one's low here, so the count swells to 3-1.
No reason to sit on anything other than the hard stuff in a location you like and drive it right now.
The 3-1 pitch. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with one away. Well, Dan, do you agree with the timing of the visit from the pitching coach?
Looks like the pitching coach is going to come out and have a word with him. Don't like to see that in the second inning, but once he makes sure he's okay physically, I'm sure it'll be just words of encouragement the rest of the way.
So here's the Oakland cleanup batter, Chris Davis. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Runners are at first and second with one away. 2-0.
Well, you can see what he's trying to do right there. Double play situation. 2 balls down in the zone, trying to get that ground ball. Didn't get him to bite at either one. Now he's behind in the count, 2-0.
There's a strike. It's 2-1. Now a swing and an easy fly ball out toward right center. Bradley on the run. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Matt Olson.
So coming to the plate, Matt Olson. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's set, and the pitch. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. On to first, and the A's fail to cash in here as the side is retired. A couple of walks, but no damage. The three of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. Next up for the Red Sox, Mookie Betts, and they've got some work to do early on, down 4-0 already.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Down the left field line and deep, and this will wind up a foul ball. Behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Heading out towards shallow right. Right fielder has a beat on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
All right, guys, here's how the Oakland A's are lining up defensively. And known as one of the best framing catchers in the game, Jonathan LaCroix can beat you multiple fashions. Not only can he do it from a defensive standpoint, catching and throwing to second base, but he can also move the ball on the offensive side.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Popped him up. Barreto has room in foul territory, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Batting sixth, first baseman, Hanley Ramirez.
Now at the plate, Hanley Ramirez will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. First pitch on its way. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. Mengden utilizes a good curveball as a part of his arsenal, but it's not just your run-of-the-mill breaking ball. It's unique in that he's able to throw it with great velocity, a power curve, if you will. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty, but hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
The 2-0 on the way. Line shot to third, and the side is retired. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Striding in once again, Jed Lowry reached on an error and then eventually scored in his first at-bat. First pitch coming. Here it is. Ball 1. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up. Ball 2. In there, 2-1.
I tip my hat to the batter right there for taking that pitch. Most guys would have definitely been swinging in that situation. 2-0 fastball, but that was not in the zone he was looking for. Move on to the next pitch.
Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2. The 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
That pitch was way down on 2-2, but give the hitter some credit there. Sometimes with 2 strikes, you're more apt to expand the strike zone, but he didn't and held off on that one that wasn't even close.
The 3-2 one more time. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
And that's what you want from your leadoff hitter. Shows some great patience and discipline, making the pitcher labor to start the game. The result is a leadoff walk and a chance to make some early noise.
In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. Grounded to the right. Fielded cleanly. One there. Oh, but an offline feed to the pitcher, and they can't complete the turn.
Well, he definitely rushed himself on that return throw to first there, and he threw it away. They got to force at second, and the runner didn't advance, so it'll just be scored a fielder's choice.
In now, number 38. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Missed with a breaking ball.
On 2-0, you can bet he's looking for a fastball that he can turn on and drive. Might be thinking about picking on that big hole between first and second.
The 2-0 on the way. 3-0 now.
No strike.
Misses again, as the command is definitely letting him down now. It's ball 4.
And this is the kind of thing that's been happening to him all season long. He'll cruise for a while, hitting his spots, and all of a sudden the wheels come off and he struggles. We'll see if he can recover here.
Into the box now, Dustin Fowler. He got called out on strikes his last time through. First delivery to him on the way. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike.
And some action now in the Boston bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
A lot of times you see guys get too aggressive and try to do too much at the plate with guys on, but right here he's doing a great job of waiting on the right pitch. Got himself ahead in the count now.
Ball 3.
call didn't go his way on 2-1, but it's important here on 3-1 to still make a quality pitch. You have to have the mindset that you're still the one in the driver's seat.
The 3-1. Lifted down the line in left. And that's a fair ball. Now a long throw to third, but too late, and he's safe at third.
Just a great at-bat there. That one-out double gets a run across, and now they've got runners at second and third and are one solid swing away from making this a real big inning.
And next up will be Franklin Barreto. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
And when you're already down 5, the last thing you want to do is fall behind in the count when you're on the mound. That's not going to do anything to help you get back into this thing.
Runners are at second and third with one down. One and one to Franklin Barreto. It's 2-1 to the A's leadoff batter. Now the 2-1. Swing, high drive, left field and deep.
Looking up is Benintendi.
And it's gone into the monster seats. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left, his first home run of the season, as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
And you can see why they love this guy. He's a leadoff guy with some serious pop, and he pounces on this mistake and knocked it right out of here.
Here comes the Red Sox manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. And he'll probably be running over a few of these pitches in his head tonight, but will depart here. Joe Kelly is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the third inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings.
Joe Kelly. Now batting, the designated hitter, Mark Kanal.
So now it's Mark Kanal, as he'll lay off a curveball in the dirt for ball 1. Lifetime versus Joe Kelly. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. The 1-0 delivery. Right over the middle, knee high. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Heading out towards shallow right. Betts has a read on it, and that's the second out of the inning.
The batter, number 10, shortstop, Marcus Semien.
Into the box, Marcus Semien. It was a walk in his last trip. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. On the ground to the right side. Oh, look at the sliding stop. What an outstanding play to end the inning. But 4 runs score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run home run. We played 2.5. It's the A's 8 and the Red Sox nothing. Rafael Devers the next to bat. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. First pitch coming. Here it is. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
I got to believe this is an awesome time for this pitcher to get real aggressive in the strike zone. He's got a huge lead. He knows he can pound and try and polish up his mechanics down and away.
The windup and the 0-1. Takes a look at a fastball down the middle for strike number 2.
Not looking good after being down 0-2. I think at the very least you got to work this pitcher's count a little bit. Try and get back into a decent count where maybe you can come through.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. That'll bring in Austin Barnes. And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. First offering on its way. Here's a strike. Barnes, a former Dodger. He came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
Line to the right side. And there's the first hit of the game for the Red Sox.
In order to play at this level, you got to have unbelievable hand-eye coordination. And that pitch wasn't even in the zone, and he was able to get perfect wood on that baseball.
Now batting, Jackie Bradley Jr., as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Good breaking ball that time in for a strike.
I guess he's really trying to measure that fastball in his first at-bat, but you really never want to put yourself in 0-2 count if you could do anything about it.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good, high, hard fastball.
Right side. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
The shortstop, number 2, Xander Bogaerts.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. line towards center field. And that's in there. Base hit. In to score the runner from second.
Pitcher went to the well one too many times. Back-to-back fastballs. Hitter was able to keep his hands through, deliver a nice line drive.
J.D. Martinez.
Here's J.D. Martinez.
And he puts it on the ground to second.
And that'll get by into center field for a base hit. And the runner scores from second as they cut away into that deficit here. It's now an 8-2 game. So he's able to come through here with 2 away, and that's a good time to check out our RBI leaders on the league leaderboard. And as you can see, he's right up there, 4th in the AL in that category. So here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Mookie Betts. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. First offering on its way. And that one just missed outside.
Well, you know, giving up 3 straight hits is bad enough, but now it looks like he's starting to nibble a little bit. It's hard not to when you're getting hit, but you don't want to put yourself at bad counts.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Betts, who's often just referred to as plain old Mookie. He was a 5th round pick back in 2011.
Hey, when you come out of the middle rounds, you have to grind for everything, and that's exactly what this guy has done, and he has turned himself into a solid big league ball player.
1-2 now. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Misses, ball 2.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
And that'll get through into center field for a base hit. And the run is in to score from third.
Now batting, left fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. 0 for 1 after a pop-out in foul territory his first time through. He's set. Here it comes. And a strike called at the letters. Looked high to me, but it's 0-1. 3 runs already home here. Oh, and 2 the count to Benintendi.
Hey, that's a huge pitch for him right there. He's been struggling early. If he's able to get any feel on his secondary stuff, he might be able to hang around a little bit.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. So they strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left on. On now to the top of inning number 4. The A's lead this one 8-3. Here's Chris Davis now. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Davis, sometimes called Crush with a K and an H. He was selected in the 7th round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. Two balls and 2 strikes. The count to Chris Davis.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
The 2-2 is laid off of for ball number 3.
Didn't catch the corner there, but you can see he was trying to jam him with that running action on that 2-seam fastball.
Now the payoff pitch home. Hit back up the middle to his right, Nunez. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th. And there are the final numbers for the Boston starter. Certainly not the night he wanted to have. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. First pitch of the at-bat. And a fastball just a bit up. The 1-0. Swing and a line drive. But this is going to get foul.
He wasn't fooling anybody with that fastball. He barreled it up nice right there. He's just got to find a way to keep it fair.
Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2.
Well, I'll tell you, he's not hitting over 300 by luck. He really knows the strike zone and his own strengths. That last take is a great example.
And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Here's Jed Lowry now, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Lifetime versus Joe Kelly. He's 0 for 5. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
The 1-2 is a fastball that misses.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1 and 2. The count's now on 2 and 2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. Maybe not, as this stays up in the air long enough to be hauled in out there. False alarm, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the A's, but they lead it by a count of 8-3. Digging in, Hanley Ramirez. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
First baseman, Hanley Ramirez.
First pitch on its way. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball one. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses off the plate.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
Set to deliver on 2-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike two. Here now the 2-2. Swing and a little tapper. That ball's foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. This is swung on and missed, and this fourth inning will start the same way he ended the third, with a strikeout, and there's one away.
With how hard guys throw these days, 94 miles an hour is good, but not as impressive as it used to be. Professional hitters can catch up with that, so it's all about setting the fastball up with good off-speed stuff to make it look more effective, and that's exactly what he did right there.
Stepping in now, Rafael Devers.
He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play.
Three runs, 5 hits, and 1 error on the Boston line score. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Two and one. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Here now the 2-2. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Coming to the plate now, Austin Barnes. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a knee-high fastball. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Red Sox. Can't make any headway into an 8-3 deficit. Now at the plate, Jonathan Lucroy. He reached on a fielder's choice previously.
Jonathan Lucroy.
First pitch coming. Here it is. A high fastball is in there.
Hey, that's another nice two-seamer right there. He's been able to manipulate that pitch all game, keeping it at the hollow of the knee, getting a lot of ground balls and a lot of swing and miss.
Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Betts has a read on it. 1 out.
Now batting.
Time now for the Red Sox Road to the Show report as we get a look at two guys making some noise in the upper minors. From the stretch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Two and 0 now. The 2-0. Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
Here it comes, the 3-0. Is looked at for the first strike.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now. 3-2. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Here's the two-seam fastball that bears in a bit too tight. It's ball 4.
Well, he battled to get it to a 3-2 count, but that pitch wasn't even close. Now he's got a man on with 1 out, so he's got to focus on trying to get the ground ball.
Up next, the speedy outfielder Dustin Fowler. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. First offering on its way. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner. Here comes the 0-1. And that misses 1-1.
Well, those were a couple of close pitches right there in the inner part of the zone. Hitters will tell you, pitches in that location are tough to do anything with.
The 1-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Yeah, right there, it's tough to be able to dive out over the plate. I know it's a pitch people think you can get to, but after you're pounded in twice, that ball looks like a foot outside.
And a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Into the box, Franklin Barreto. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Ready with the 0-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
This is what makes him so dangerous as a pitcher. 5 weapons that he can go to, and he's working ahead in the count. This is a tough matchup.
The 0-2 delivery. Liner toward right center. And that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night.
Outside of home runs, nothing fires me up more than watching a good baseball player drive the ball to the opposite field. Talking about hitting the inside half of the baseball, that's exactly what happened right there. And when we say inside half of the baseball, imagine the ball coming to a complete stop halfway between home plate and the pitcher's mound, and then cutting that baseball in half and highlighting the inside half. That's where you're trying to take the knob of your bat or the hands to that spot and carve the inside half of the baseball with power.
Mark Canna is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. 2 down, runners at first and second. Hit hard on the ground to second, and that's through into center field. Base hit. Long throw to third. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second. And he will make it to third by a whisker as he's safe on a very close play.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting this baseball back.
Standing in now, Marcus Semien, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Fouled away. Here's the 1-1. Oh, and this one's driven the other way and deep to the corner. And that'll wind up a foul ball just to the right of Pesky's pole. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. A's have to settle for just the 1. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the A's 9 and the Red Sox 3. So digging in now, Jackie Bradley Jr. as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. A good knee-high changeup taken for a strike.
So 2 pitches in a row on the outside corner for strikes. You think he stays out there?
I think he does. One thing you don't want to do, though, Matt, it's not a good idea to throw the same hitter, the same pitch 3 times in a row, back to back to back, but I think he might throw it here.
And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2.
Not a bad pitch right there on 0-2, a fastball. And I think as a hitter right now, you have to continue to go up there looking to hit off the fastball.
Chopped weakly to the left. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
The batter.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Eduardo Nunez. He singled his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Three runs, 5 hits, and 1 error on the Boston line score. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Waiting on it, the right fielder. 2 down.
The shortstop, number 2, Xander Bogart.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. First offering on its way. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike.
I know you're standing on the mound. You got 2 quick outs right here, but you have to respect the fact that this lineup can hit you and hit you in a hurry. Number 2 hole batter up at the plate. He has a chance to get on and get the big boys up.
And he lays off for ball 1. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Grounded back up the middle. Taken there by Lowry. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Nothing across here this half of the inning. 5 innings complete. The A's lead this one 9-3. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Chris Davis. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with the slider. And that one right down Main Street.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Popped him up. Nunez waits on it. 1 out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Matt Olson.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Here's the first pitch to him. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. Skied into straightaway right. Betts has a read on it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, second baseman, Jed Lowry.
Here's Jed Lowry now. He's got an RBI despite an 0 for 2 effort to this point. He's set, and the pitch. High pop up. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. A's are gone in order, but they lead it by a margin of 9-3. Here's J.D. Martinez. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Designated hitter, J.D. Martinez.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Here's a shot to left field and deep. On to Lansdowne and gone. A solo shot here to left. Number 13 for him on the year as they try to claw back. It's a 5-run deficit.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Here's Mookie Betts.
Now batting, right fielder, Mookie Betts.
As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Got him to chase after the curveball below the zone there. That was a really nice pitch, and it can be a really tough one to lay off of as a hitter.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Stays alive, still 0-2.
Well, that's frustrating right there. He was right on that. Fastball, took it deep, just couldn't keep it fair. How many times have you seen it? There's a good chance he's punching out right here.
The next 0-2. This one's down to third. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, dealer in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3, and they turn the double play.
Up next for the Red Sox, first baseman, Hanley Ramirez.
Here's Hanley Ramirez. He went down on strikes last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Called strike over the outside corner. Hits are even at 7 apiece. And there's ball 1. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
He executed that 1-2 curveball pretty well. I think that's right where he wanted it to end up, but he couldn't get him to chase at it. We'll see what they go with now after that didn't work out.
Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. And And thanks to the home run, the Red Sox draw a step closer. Bottom third of the order, 7, 8, 9, due up to start the 7th. It's the A's 9 and the Red Sox 4. Welcome back to Fenway Park here in the great city of Boston. The A's are on top in this one as we get set for the 7th, but before it gets underway, let's take a look at our game summary to this point. Tyler Thornburg is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 47, Tyler Thornburg.
In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
Jonathan Lucroy.
First pitch on its way. Up around the face. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner. Now the 2-1 pitch. He's taken high above the zone. The 3-1. Hit out towards second. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting, number 38.
Here comes the first pitch. Favorable call in there for a strike. There's a breaking ball over the outer half. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
The 1-2. Misses, ball 2. One out, nobody on. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
Not what you want to do on the mound, go from 0-2 to 3-2, but credit the man in the box for being patient, even with 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
Well, I have to give credit to him on the mound for not letting that previous pitch get to him. He wanted it, but he didn't get the call. But I love how he didn't let it affect him, and he comes right back with another good pitch and gets the punch out.
Up next, the speedy outfielder Dustin Fowler. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Rolled slowly to first. He's got to hurry, And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. They'll get up and stretch here at Fenway. The A's lead it 9-4. Striding into the box, Rafael Devers.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Lou Trevino will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far.
Trevino.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Right over the middle, knee high.
Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
And he falls behind 0-2. Here it comes, 0-2. And a neck-high fastball that time. Hit down the line at first. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Here's another 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Hit in the air to shallow center. In comes Fowler. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The catcher, number 17, Austin Barnes.
Now at the plate, Austin Barnes. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Here comes the first pitch. And he'll miss the target away with the fastball. It's 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A ball and a strike. Trevino was born in the state of Pennsylvania. This is his first year at the big league level. Ground ball right side. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, center fielder, Jackie Bradley Jr.
Here's Jackie Bradley now. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. Swing and a ground ball to third. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. They trail it here 9-4. Carson Smith has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 39, Carson Smith.
And next up will be Franklin Barreto. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he goes and chops this one out towards second. Nunez fields it cleanly. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Digging in and looking for more, Mark Canha singled home a run in his last time up. He's set. Here it comes. And that one just missed outside. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. 1 out, nobody on. Up top, it's 2-0. High in the air out towards shallow right. Betts is there. 2 down.
The batter, number 10, shortstop, Marcus Simeon.
Stepping up to the plate, Marcus Simeon. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat. 1-0. Now the 1-0. And a hard sinker there. Chopped foul at home plate. The 1-1 home. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. 2 out, nobody on. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. They're on top, however, 9-4. So the Red Sox lineup turns over, and to the plate, Eduardo Nunez will lead things off here for Boston. Xander Bogaerts due to hit next. Liam Hendricks is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth.
31, Liam Hendricks.
First offering on its way. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner. As mentioned early in the broadcast, this series finale had the potential to result in a series sweep, and at this point in the game, it's looking rather promising.
Hey, Matty V, Yogi Berra had a great saying, it ain't over till it's over. Well, this one's just about over with the team playing as well as they are and leading by as much as they are. This one is pretty much in the books.
Throw by Lowry, and there's the first out.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Nice job to stay with it, though, and then make the out at first.
Ready now, Xander Bogaerts. In previous meetings with Liam Hendricks, he's only 1 for 10. Now the pitch. And a called strike down in the zone, 0-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And it's 1-1. 2-1.
I don't know why in the world anybody would want to be an umpire. That manager has given this umpire an earful on a pitch that he thought was a strike, and he's certainly trying to defend his pitcher.
The 2-1. Down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Pops this one up. Lowry moving to his left, and he makes the catch for the second out.
The batter, designated hitter, J.D. Martinez.
Next will be the designated hitter, J.D. Martinez. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
First pitch on its way. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Snuck that high hard one by him without a swing, but that's a pitch and location he can do a lot of damage with. Got to be careful doing that.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Missed with a slider.
I know you have to protect the strike zone when you get the count to 2 strikes, but on an 0-2 pitch that misses by that much, it's pretty easy for a hitter not to swing at that one.
Not trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Down in order go the Red Sox. They trail it here 9-4. Some of the hustle and bustle from historic Boston, Mass, as we're set for the remainder of this one from Fenway. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Chris Davis. He'll be charged with trying to get on board leading off the ninth. Here's the first pitch to him. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Pops this one up. Smith is there for it. 1 down.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Into the box now, Matt Olson. He flew out in his last at-bat. Pitch on the way. A tough sinker on the inside corner. 1 out, nobody on. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. Smoked the other way, high and deep to left. Benintendi ranging back on the warning track. He makes the catch.
The batter, number 8, second baseman, Jed Lowry.
Digging in, Jed Lowry. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. Here's the pitch. And a sinker misses here. No, a called strike. I take that back. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2.
As a pitcher, you got to feel good that you had him out front, even though he didn't pot commit on that one. It opens up a lot of weapons for you to go high fastball or throw even a better off-speed pitch.
And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. A's are gone in order. They're on top, however, 9-4. So here's the cleanup hitter, Mookie Betts. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here.
Right fielder, Mookie Betts.
Ryan Butcher, the 6'4" southpaw, comes in out of the bullpen to do the pitching.
Number 52, Ryan Butcher.
From the stretch. Very weakly on the ground. Foul ball, however, strike one. Oh, and 1 count and the pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0 and 2.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think, if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Nope. And the slider stayed low, apparently, for a ball. Missed with a breaking ball.
Awfully frustrating for a pitcher. You make a close pitch like that just barely misses. Whew, that's a tough one to get back.
Here now the 2-2. Lifted in the air toward the line and right, but this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. Is swung on and missed. He got him.
That's a pretty sad attempt at hitting a baseball right there. No doubt he was completely fooled because that was a curveball and it looked like he was late on a curveball. That tells me he gave up on it right till the very end, and obviously there was nothing he could do at that point.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike.
1-1.
Bases are empty. 1 man out. And he misses. 2-1. Buchter, a native Pennsylvanian. He was taken in the very late rounds back in 2005.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
Now a curveball here, nowhere close. That's in the dirt. It's 3-1. On deck, there's Hanley Ramirez. And a full count now, 3-2.
You know, I think that curveball in the previous pitch had him thinking about getting another one because there's no reason he shouldn't have had a big rip at that fastball. That was right in every hitter's happy zone.
Swing and a liner. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player. Fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Here's Hanley Ramirez. As he'll take a look at ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. And he fouls this one off. A ball and 2 strikes now. Two balls and 2 strikes to Hanley Ramirez.
A great case of a manager sticking up for his pitcher right there and giving that umpire an earful. He didn't get that pitch called the way he wanted it to, but the manager's planting a seed in that umpire's mind to try to expand the strike zone so some of those borderline pitches start to go his pitcher's way.
Popped him up. Olsen over to his left, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, third baseman, Rafael.
At the plate, Rafael Devers. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. From the belt, kicks and deals. Hard on the ground towards short, and that's through for his first base hit in this one.
You don't get too many pitches a day in the big leagues middle cut. His eyes lit up right there. This pitcher's lucky he's not getting another ball from the umpire.
That'll bring in Austin Barnes. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Line to the right side. That's in there. Base hit. Benintendi isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. He comes across to score. And the deficit is cut to 4 now.
Everything done right, Dan, on both sides, the defensive side and the offensive side, to send him, and the outfielder made a strong, accurate throw, but that runner was safe.
No doubt about it. That's one of those where you got to be aggressive as a third base coach. You know the outfielder has a strong throwing arm. You're taking a lot of things you're trying to get through a decision to send. A good send in a close play, but it all worked out.
First pitch on its way. Lays off 1-0. The A's are maintaining a slim lead in the late going of this series finale, so if they can wrap it up, they'll complete the series sweep.
Hey, Matt, what a great spot to be in. You're playing good baseball. You're going for the sweep, and you're leading by a few runs going into the later innings. Now it's just time to close the deal.
And that's going to be your final out here, and the A's go on the road and sweep their rivals.
Well, these guys feel pretty good about themselves, and they should. Anytime you can come into somebody else's ballpark and sweep a 3-game tilt, you're doing something right. Great team effort.
This one comes to a close with a 9-5 final. The Athletics put up a 4 spot in the opening frame on the way to victory. Daniel Mengden earns win number 7 on the season. Drew Pomeranz struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Athletics. 9 runs on 7 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base.
Good Thursday morning to you, Show Nation. Let's jump right into Wednesday's baseball action. Starting in the AL West, the Oakland Athletics finished off a 3-game sweep as they took down the Red Sox on the road 9-5. The Angels launched 3 home runs as they got the home victory against the Astros 5-2. Ronald Guzman collected 6 runs driven in on a total of 3 hits, leading Texas to victory over the Mariners 11-0. The O's finished off a 2-game sweep as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 4-3. The Tigers totaled 13 hits as a team as they got a dramatic walk-off win against the Indians 7-6. The Kansas City Royals allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they beat the visiting Rays 3-2. The Twins knocked out 12 hits as a team as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 6-5. Brandon McCarthy got his 3rd win this season, leading the Braves past the Cubs 3-1. The Dodgers held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they took down the Fish in Miami 8-1. They continue to win as they now have 9 straight. The Nationals picked up 14 hits in total as they pummeled the Yankees 6-0. The New York Mets combined for a 4-hitter as they took down the visiting Blue Jays 3-1. The Pirates completed a short 2-game sweep as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 6-5. The Diamondbacks sent 3 balls into the seats as they got the best of the Brewers at home 6-1. The Giants earned the 3-game series sweep as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 7-5. And that's what's happening around the baseball world heading into today. Join us again tomorrow for the latest from around Major League Baseball.